Today's episode, we will be going over some of the best highlights from the matchup between PSG Talon and Estral Esports during the play-ins of the 2024 MSI. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the action.
Because even if he wants to clear as many, it's all about getting experience to me. Get as much experience as you can, then if you teleport back and you get level 3, then they wouldn't be able to dive you again. I think he's actually dead here.
Begins. Ackerman tanking it up. He's not. Still half HP.
Shot.
Zofe still only level 1. Azure just trying to get as much XP as possible. Zofe goes in. He's going to tank. He gets level 3. There's the stun on Jose. It's perfect for PSG Jose, though. An incredible twisted advance. He drops the tower aggro. Will Estral continue to look for this? Meanwhile, in the top lane, still Betty and Woody just pushing in. Azure looking for everything he can get out of it, but he can't quite survive.
Passing mid lane, messing up the wave state, and then moving on. So it could still be absolutely anyone's game, despite that experience advantage we saw early. Level 6 versus level 4 now for the Udyr versus Renekton. But ultimately, I'm Team Dragon in the Dragon versus Grubs trade. Okay. So I would say that specific interaction, I would favor Estral and Jose being able to get that Dragon.
Do you have a chant or anything for them?
For Team Dragon?
Yeah.
I haven't worked it that far.
Oh, Maple caught out. Falling Sky coming down as Cody takes the kill. Ackerman positioned it, well, it's Ackerman takes the kill. Positioned himself well to land the Tangle Barbs. Maple did have the flash, but didn't have time to use it.
So, I feel like Maple's ass prior they had, like, Udyr was up towards the Grubs. There was no logical reason for him to be there, but he was there and it pays off. What a great kill.
Zofe almost losing out to Azure here. Pops the Dominus just in time, but Junjo is waiting in the wings. Zofe can only stand and watch, tries to slice, tries to dice, but even with the stun, he manages to escape. No. The Weaver's wall will block him up. He's dead now. PSG brought enough numbers.
What it did allow, though, was Betty to make it to this stage.
Stays cool, flashed away by Betty.
And
Woody tries to buffer the Justice Punch, Chain of Corruption coming out as well. Woody with the damage reduction, able to flash away in time. Jose Diodo goes in, but the cleanse came out. Zofe being chased out by Azure. It matters right now, chat.
Is currently saving his TP. I will say, though, that top lane is becoming a bigger issue as well. Here comes an engage. No flashes.
Flashing forward, Betty with the cleanse. Justice Punch in. There's the double taunt. TP's now invested on either side. Bates call. But Junjo can't find more. Ackerman.
They're in there.
Goes forward once again. The Falling Star not enough to chunk out Maple.
So overall, I actually do really like them hard forcing here because basically Cody teleported back to lane. Maple was already in lane, so the tempo disadvantage that he had to the Taliyah was erased with that 4v4 skirmish in the bot lane. But this is that inevitability right now of the Udyr.
The top side as well to push for that top tier 1, and especially when your flashes and your cleanses are down. Snacker cleanse still about quarter of the way off.
There we go.
Down. Good engage from Jose Diodo. That was gorgeous. Beautifully done. He's going to be a little bit delayed on that as PSG step in. Does have the skies descend, not back with the seismic shove, into the taunt, into the chase, the cyclone, a tempest for PSG as they find the enemy.
Usually a trade you would take, but then when you can kind of fight them head on, beat their mid laner, also get the bot lane turret, that's it. We'll see if they can get this mid turret.
Ackerman back on the map really quickly. Obviously can, fly between the trees with that Estral are on their resets, push down mid, and that's exactly how you do it. Make the pressure in the side lane, and when you see Estral as Estral, you just have to take the small bits you can get and hope a fight around an X-Drake, a fight around a neutral turns up in your favor. And then they will likely reset, go towards the top side, get more vision, get more control wards, and start to play for that. Also, the Rift Herald not taking mid-tier 1 was huge. Here goes Ackerman, the double flash away into the hero's entrance phase, call out. Good fight from Estral so far, but they still can't quite find the kill.
I mean, that's a pretty good look. Now they're in trouble.
Azure's on a huge flank shooter around. Taunt going out as Ackerman is the first to fall. Zofe getting locked up as well as the cyclone on the backline means that Snacker has to flash the wall. Zofe will fall, and you could see in Estral's eyes that small glimmer of hope immediately extinguished by PSG.
Oh, the Udyr coming in the back door there is actually so clutch because, like I said, you can see why it was a good look. They got every flash out of PSG during that engagement, but it's going to cost them mid-tier 2. I thought it was actually going to...
A little trickier. Jose Diodo's flash just off cooldown, though. Nature's Grasp into flash. Engage here's a possibility. Tangle bars across the wall. There's a bounce forward. Snacker not yet with the team as Jose Diodo just absolutely Jose deleted. From the Baron was buff. Astral flight across by Cody as Ackerman looks to step forward. Azure can get that flank position off, but it's control where he is right now. Ginger turns for the fight. Snack is going to try and get away from this Udyr. Cody trading with Woody and Maple on the bottom side, but there's Cyclone immediately on the backline into the hero's entrance. Pop Blossom comes out on the bottom side of the fight, but it just doesn't matter. Shield of Duran taunts into 2 kills for PSG.
They could just get one flank ward in so they could have any threat on the backline, but they can't.
There is the Hex Soul taken. Nature's Scar's coming out as well. Zofe looking for the fight. Woody trying to get on the backline. Shield of Duran taunt goes in as Ginger tries to get the Cyclone down, but can't quite get onto the backline. This could be the fight for Estral. Can they turn it around? Ginger using the clone to get out of there. Zofe trying to dash and slice and dice his way to safety. Azure still chasing forward. Pop Blossom lands on 2. Cody going in. The skies will descend, but Cody might go with them. Pops the stopwatch to buy himself a second. Snack trying to get away from Azure, who is still somehow full HP. And no matter what went right for Estral in the fight, everything went wrong in the end. PSG cleaned them up. Azure still has half his health bar, and he's going to chase out Jose Diodo.
What a performance here by PSG in Game 1, making it seem so hopeless for Estral this entire time. They are dominating in this Game 1.
Red team's turn.
For Estral, you're looking at Game 2 now. How do you bounce back from this situation? Azure doesn't get to soak up all that XP. If Zofe doesn't fall as far behind, maybe the game, as you say, would look...
This game was the slow dive of Udyr at the beginning of the lane swap, where there were 4 people from Estral. Udyr gets level 3 before he dies the first time, teleports back, picks up the rest of the wave, giving him at least a 2-level advantage. And holy crap, that's a lot of Varus damage.
Ackerman struggling. Picked up the first couple of kills in this game, but since hasn't been able to have as much as an impact as they'd like. It's going to be triple inhibs for PSG. They're pushing in. Only cannon minions bolstering their attack right now. Estro trying to defend against it. Azure looking for that third inhib. Zofe takes half his health and then backs away to the fountain. Pop Blossom. Maple pops the stopwatch. Woody forced away, but the Hex Soul doing so much work here. You can see Cody trying to escape Hero's entrance in. PSG unrelenting. Will push through the Nexus towers. Estro one last bastion of defense, but they just can't find it. Zofe is kicked into the team. Will take down one, his first kill of the game. But in the end, it is PSG who will go 1-0 up in the series.
Really solid play from them from start to finish.
To the next one, I think by beating out Gam, if I recall correctly, is
No
Cody
flash.
charmed again, no flash. Where are you going, Cody? Can
To his
Jose Diodo
jungler.
get there in time? His jungler's nowhere near.
The
Inspired might
superstar.
say it.
Yeah, it's hard to say that about pretty much anybody. You can have Faker on his team.
Cody still no flash, flash charm from Maple. And this is the cost of burning yourself.
They've fallen behind early here in Game 2, but now I'm just like looking at the way, like if PSG can play their game.
Good knock up. Cleanse out from
No
Snacker,
ghost.
looking for Betty. No flash, no ghost, no hope of surviving as Betty will fall. Snacker takes the kill. Estral Esports, you wanted them to find something. It seems like it's through bot lane.
And that's actually the only place it could have been. That was so good by them. Betty not having his ghost, knowing that if they can manage to CC him after his flash, they'd be able to get that kill. Because they couldn't do it top lane, they couldn't do it mid lane. TF had just returned to top lane after already hovering down for the Drake. Like, that was their one window to get anything to happen. Oh, that was just so well done.
They had vision on the Drake as well, so they knew when Ginger was finishing it off, meaning they had that small window, as you say.
Reprieving that bottom lane, that's where they're going to have to play through. It's so tricky. Basically, Jose Diodo is just up there so that Cassante can get the wave in, but he isn't even able to get the whole wave in before the recall happens. He wants something with this ghost.
Azure still has no ghost, all out in, but Ginger's on his way across. Azure just baiting for his jungler. Cyclone Zofe with a good double dash away, but he can't escape Ginger's flash. So he takes his third.
Moment of hope.
Bit by bit, it's becoming more stained glass, stained by their
He's still not
blood
level
as the
6.
engage happens. There's the quickness, they're looking at the kill onto Woody, they get him. Snacker pops the ultimate to escape. Woody falls. Cyclone though, out from Ginger means Snacker will be the first of the Estral Esports bot lane to go down. Red buff doesn't matter. Maple's here, and he'll happily accept his first kill of the game. Protect his top.
So they definitely are making several visits up to this Cassante, and this fight's not over.
Flash heal still a benefit for Woody. He uses them both to dodge away from Ackerman. Ginger will decoy his way back. Jose Diodo looking for more as the bailout comes out. There's the Destiny as well, just a vision in the bush. Ginger gets one. He's looking for 2 as Ackerman has to dash the wall. Destiny forward by Azure.
That little crow's got him.
That was not good for Estral. And I
not.
think if we could just soundbite what Jat sounded like during that as Maple looks for another. Betty takes it with the piercing arrow.
It was really, that's what everyone was thinking if you're an Estral fan. I think PSG is really close to sealing the deal here. They're going to deny the grubs from Estral. It's going to be 3-3. They don't have any, and they finish the deal with that last auto.
It's a full Timon and Pumbaa.
Yeah, just a
Riptail charging in. Shelly will lend a helping hand. Just look for 2 charges. You might as well. Like you still know Cody is bot lane. Oh, he's going top.
He's going top.
Dun, dun. Oh, no! Come on, man.
You know, before that, I was going to give him player of the game.
Now he's no longer.
It. Yeah. Can't even drive.
Oh, Zofe. Yeah, just walks away. Destiny was popped by Azure, TP in by Cody, so it's a summoner for nothing. Weaver's wall out as Cody looks for the collapse here onto Betty. We'll be able to knock him back, but there's the hostile takeover.
Whoa.
And Cody just TP'd into his death. Zofe next on the menu as Ginger goes godlike. Not the MVP of the game, according to Jad everyone. Tweet at him, at esports Jad, if you think that's a mistake. Maple coming in from the side, doesn't want to go for the charm as Ackerman just dashes across the wall. 10 kills to 2. A 7,000 gold lead for PSG at 15 minutes, and this one is all done but the Nexus 4.
Yeah, even more decisive than in game 1. Wow, look at that landing quantity snapshot. 2,200 gold for Junjia at 15 minutes. It's like taking the heart out of Estral, because
You win that fight.
You're absolutely right. There's just no messing around for PSG in this one.
Here goes Ackerman. The Weaver's wall coming in as well. Collapse onto Ginger. Hostile takeover is going to hit onto 2 though. Only Snacker not connected. Cody trying to get away. Does have the flash, but doesn't even use it. Ginger goes legendary. And yeah, PSG now looking to collapse once again. Oh, the charm. Maple on fire this game. The Feather Storm. Almost enough to take out Betty alongside the help of the tower. Crescent Guard from Jose Diodo with the Destiny coming in. The chase continues. Azure flashes forward. And Snacker meets his maker. A double for Azure. PSG get all 5 out alive. And Zope just wasn't able to join the fight.
They are here to end this series and knock Estral out of MSI 2024. I'd say, if I think about the reason my expectations were thinking this series is going to be close is I looked at the way Estral played against T1.
The ascendancy. And now you're wondering, are they asking each other if they just want to pad out their stats? Like, do we want to pad me? Do we want to pad you?
I could tell from the tone of your voice you're going somewhere with
maybe they can do something, but PSG are just so far ahead. Maybe actually a collapse while PSG are a little bit mismatched, but the TP is going to come in immediately by Maple.
Looks
the
like
dive forward, all out from Zote. Catches Betty away, but Junjo on the back line just keeping the rest of Estral from anywhere near this fight. There's 2 already, make it 3 for PSG. Junjo still has full HP, and PSG begin to collapse. You can see what Estral were thinking, but in the end, PSG very willing to take the battle. Feathers fly, Azure dodges them, and Cody is the last man to fall.
I think it was a good look, actually. They got a lot of damage onto Betty. If Maple didn't go over to help Betty, I think the Cassante would have been able to secure that kill, but now it's they can have their cake and eat it too. They get the clean ace as the Baron spawns, 16,000 gold, and then at the very end, Twisted Fate can just ult in, get a little bit of extra CC, and complete the ace.
And now PSG with the Baron in to push in. This Red Bull Baron power play, only 1.5k, the gold you get from taking it right now, but the tower's sure to be forfeit relatively soon. Maple spots Ackerman, and this is the other thing, like PSG don't give you the opportunity. They don't give you the chance. They're stepping into those side bushes, putting the control wards down. Ackerman's forced away, and Cody just dies because they were looking for a play, but they can't find it. Zote under the tower. Cyclone's not going to get the knockup as he manages to dodge away. Ginger looking for the second, but doesn't want to dive those Nexus turrets yet. Inhibitor tower and the inhib in the mid lane gone. Bot lane the next target for PSG. And they are doing it by the numbers here. Ackerman, no quickness. Snacker, no Feather Storm. And Estral, no hope really of winning out this game.
Statement game here from PSG. Even going back to the draft phase, right? Like just everything they've done, the risks they've made this series have all paid off extremely well, getting stronger throughout. Just waiting for this next wave to arrive before I think they're going to just kill that next turret or the remainder of Estral if Estral tries to stop him.
Well, Cody's back up. There's the charm into the hostile takeover, and Betty immediately kills off Zote. Cody's trying to join the fray. Crescent Guard from Jose Diodo will get him back to the fountain, but now the cannon minions in the mid lane are doubling up on that Nexus target. Ginger just slaps down Snacker. He will fall for it. A consolation prize for Estral Esports. as they will fall at the hands of PSG. The PCS once again will make it through to the next round, continue the tradition of being one of the best minor regions as they face FlyQuest tomorrow.
Going to be a very...
These were some of the best highlights from the MSI 2024 play-ins matchup between PSG Talon and Estral Esports. Which moment was your favorite? Let us know in the comments below.